Hello! If you are watching this video anytime on or around or between the general time period of April 13 to April 27, 2023, especially if you are feeling confused or worried a little bit about what is going on in your life right now, especially in regards to career or life purpose, if you feel like the eclipse, which is supposed to be happening on April 19th or April 20th, 2023, is kind of kicking your butt right now, this is a video for you. Welcome to your spirit homework. My name is Rochelle Sugawa. I am the founder of Brown Bruja. I'm a professional psychic and spirit communication educator, and I am here today to help you gain clarity and confidence as you navigate whatever spiciness is happening in your life. So yeah, like I said, this is your spirit homework. I'm streaming it on April 13, 2023, but this video will include guidance for you in regards to career, life purpose stuff through the eclipse coming up next week, April 19th or 20th, depending on where you live in the world. And it'll have goodness for you to use as a guidepost all the way up until our next spirit homework, which will be April 27th. All right, so if you're new to this and you're not sure how this works, this is not a typical pick a card reading. If you're familiar with pick a card readings, what I actually like to do is to, depending on what spirit wants me to do, I will channel messages. I'll tell you what the situation is about, and you only need to watch that message and get the homework pertaining to that situation if you actually have that situation going on in your life. And if you don't, just let it fly. I don't have anything for you this time around. Or, maybe something comes up later on, you realize, oh, that does apply to me, and you can come back and watch it later. This is gonna be, and this is a resource for you that you'll be able to access as long as YouTube exists or my account exists. Okay, so before we get any further, it would really help me out if you could like this video, if you're excited to hear what it is that you need to know for the next couple of weeks, and if you want to be notified exactly of exactly when I will be live streaming, you can also subscribe to this channel or sign up for my spirit communication newsletter at brownbruja.com. Okay, so let's get into it. I am feeling life purpose stuff today. I want to talk about life purpose stuff. So, I don't know why, but I was called to grab my Goddess Guidance Oracle cards right here. Is that in focus? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do 3 messages. 3 or 4. Well, let's see. Let's ask Spirit. What is appropriate? Okay. So I'm gonna tune in, see how many piles it's appropriate or how many messages it's appropriate for me to channel today. And as I'm doing that, I would really appreciate it if you headed down to the description and read the disclaimer for the reading. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and tune in now. Let's see. Okay. Let's do it. 4. Yeah. Well, let's see. 3 or 4? Or what? Is there another number? 4? Okay. Yeah, we'll just do 4. Alright. Fuck it. We'll do 4. Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and... Well, first I'm going to check my audio, make sure I'm not peaking too much, because Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move the microphone a little bit away from my face because when I get into it, sometimes I start to yell. And I don't want to hurt your ears. Okay. Let's move that there. Alright. So I'm gonna be pulling 4 cards from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And then we'll see where that takes us. If you're curious as to why I use different decks each time, I mean, it doesn't really, I don't know, just because I want to. It's not for any specific reason. I just kind of go with what I feel like I'm being led to. Working with different decks, it does like keep my divination practice kind of exciting because I do like cards. I really like cards. This is like not even my whole collection here, but these are the decks that I use the most. I mean, in my day-to-day readings that I do for clients, I mostly just use this. That's why it looks like this. I know. It's kind of... It's not the cutest, you know, but this is a working deck. And it's my favorite because it's like really easy to bend and it's a little bit smaller than the other cards that I have here. These ones are good too. They're sturdier, but yeah, they're like a little bit, actually they're the same size. Oh, I didn't know that. They're literally the same size. But I think these ones just feel smaller because the cards are thinner. But anyway, I don't know, I just feel like going with Goddess Guidance today. Yeah, if you're interested in knowing about the differences between Oracle decks and Tarot decks, I can talk about that for sure. I think I've talked about it in the past, but I don't mind talking about it again. But anyway, alright. So please give us 4 situations, 4 scenarios for spirit homework to talk about career and life purpose. Yeah. Career and life purpose is on my mind right now. I'm actually scripting a podcast episode to talk about spiritual support and following life purpose. So it's just been on my mind. And I know like probably a vast majority of my clients come to me wanting to talk about either career and life purpose stuff or relationship stuff. But career and life purpose is by far the biggest. So yeah, why not dedicate a spirit homework to it? Okay, so let's see here. Alright. Okay. Okay, so the cards that we have today are Purification, Coventina, Cordelia, Go Outside, Aphrodite, Inner Goddess, and Eireen, Peace. And apologies in advance if you hear somebody eating their food. Actually, let me just make sure that they're eating the food that they're supposed to be eating. Is that your food? It's okay, as long as you're eating your food. As long as you're not eating somebody else's food, it's okay. It's okay. Alright, anyway. Okay, so let's start with message number 1. Spirit homework number 1 with Coventina Purification. I'm going to have a sip of my drink. It's just ginger. Okay. And the message on the bottom, the quote on the bottom here says, "It's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind." Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So, it's cat hair on me. Alright. Speaking of cleansing, I need to cleanse myself of cat hair. Okay. Alright, so what is this group? What is this about and what is their homework? I feel like it's about, like, there's something here about getting all the distractions out of your head, kind of like cutting away everything. There's certain things, I feel like what this group is dealing with right now is you have, okay, I don't know what it is that you're trying to do, but this is something that has not been done before in the way that specifically you want to do it. Maybe certain aspects of it are not new, but there's like something new that you're bringing to it, a new angle, a new way of doing it. And I feel like you've built up this like really long list of things that you think that you need to do. But I mean, like, and okay, maybe some of the things, yes, need to be done, like, I don't know, things for taxes, or like, I don't know, like more technical things. But when it comes to your vision, when it comes to the core, the essence of what it is that you're trying to bring forth, there are certain things that I feel like are being attached to it, judgments, certain like attitudes about like how this is going to come forth that are not necessarily helping you to take action in the way that feels good for you. In fact, I feel like it's a little bit overwhelming for you to even get started or initiate anything because of how complicated it seems, or almost like how impossible it seems because you're not comfortable with this situation. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I feel. Okay, so if that's what you're going through right now in terms of career, life purpose stuff, here is your message. Okay, do they need to know? What's your spirit homework? Okay, so the first thing that I heard was pray. And it's almost like, so when I say pray, I know like some people, when they hear the word pray, they think that it's within like a religious context. But that is not necessarily true for me here on this channel and within like my philosophy. When we're talking about praying, it's simply what they're inviting you to do here is just to ask for clarity on whatever it is that see. So with the Two of Wands and the Eight of Cups, it's, to me, this is confirming the message. And sorry if you hear Bobby like singing his song, doing his thing. I don't know. He's getting excited walking on the up there. But anyway, you can't see, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But in order to move forward, what they want you to do is to get clear on like what we're talking about, what the core of it is, what the heart of it is, what is the most important part of it, and that's what they want you to focus on. Everything else, as long as you're focusing on being in service of this like core idea, deliverable heart of it, I don't even, like the center of it, like the reason why you're doing this, or the service that you're offering, or the product that you're offering, whatever it might, or like how it is that you want to show up, everything else will fall into place. And if it feels like it's a toss up between this or that, then I don't know, I kind of feel like it doesn't really fucking matter. It's like, oh, should I send this package with FedEx or UPS? It doesn't fucking matter. Like, I mean, maybe it does a little bit in the long run, or in the short term, like, but things like that, they don't really need you to like worry about it too much. Or like another example that's coming up, maybe you are a small business owner, or you're a freelancer, and you're like, oh, what should my logo look like? What color scheme should I pick? Like these are all things that can be changed later, that like, yes, they do matter, but they don't matter as much as you think at this stage. They kind of just want you to just get it out there. It will become refined over time as you get better, as you practice more, as you accumulate more resources, you become more comfortable with contracting out help, delegating work to other people who have more expertise than you, and these different areas that are occupying your mind. And everything's gonna fall into place. You know, it's time to move on. I think part of it too with this Eight of Cups is there's a little bit of mourning here when it comes to the transition that you're experiencing. There's a transition between, like, I guess, like the old you and the new you. And I think part of you struggling through this overwhelm that you're feeling is like you kind of like subconsciously testing whether or not you're testing yourself on whether or not you're actually suited to this like new role, or like assuming this life purpose that you feel so drawn to. And that's totally normal. It's kind of like the bargaining phase of grief almost. Like there even might be a little bit of guilt in there. I feel like that you are trying to live in a different way, make money a different way, be of service in a different way from other people. And maybe you think that you're like, it's almost like a kind of what it feels like is like, who am I to live my life this way when people that I really love don't get to follow their purpose and are still struggling? But that's not really your responsibility. You know? That's their journey. That's something for them to figure out for themselves. And Bobby, cats are acting up today. Bobby, don't do that. Sorry. I need to. Okay. They better stop. But anyway, is that part of the message? I don't know. Maybe somebody's attacking you. Maybe somebody's trying to make you feel bad about it too. This is it's pretty common for people who are trying to shine their light. Other people will feel burned by somebody else's light, even though that's like not really like what you're trying to do. So yeah, just be aware of that, okay? And like during an eclipse, I'm not an astrologer, but, and I say that every fucking week, but from my personal experience living through several eclipses and now living through several of those as a person cognizant of my energy, of like how I get affected, people around me, my lived experience through eclipses, people can get triggered, they can get upset, they can be I don't know, a little tender and more prone to projection than during other times. So, you know, be aware that this could be, you know, you could be receiving it. You might also be like doing this to other people. But in terms of this first message, this first spirit homework, it does feel like that is something that that is coming up when it comes to this like overwhelm that you're feeling about how to go about how to carry forth your life purpose / career, furthering your life purpose. So yeah, let me just make sure there's nothing else that I missed here, because I kind of like added on a little bit more after that. But let's see. There's like I think that too, like something that might help you is to take the pressure off of yourself on like trying to like come up with shit on your own. Because even though like you're like the main character, you're the star of this show of your life, there's certain things, you know, going back to what I was talking about expertise, well, kind of not, but like there's certain things that I feel like are on your mind, that are weighing on your mind about like how to execute, how to do it, that you don't have to come up with yourself. And I think like going back to this thing about prayer, about allowing spirit, allowing your guides, your spirit team to help you fill in the blanks where you just feel like kind of stuck, that'll be a really big help for you. Part of that too could come in the form of like encountering a teacher or an expert that has, well, I don't know, because they're like, they're kind of talking about like a foil. So like it could be an expert, or it could be something that like somebody that tried something and it worked out really poorly, and their experience helps you to realize, oh, like I don't want to do that, or if I'm going to do that, I'm going to make sure that I avoid this other thing so that I don't have the same experience as that other person. So just be on the lookout about to help for other people's experiences related to like whatever's on your mind, whatever's on this like big to-do list. That's one thing. And then also asking spirit to help shine the light for you. If you're watching this and you're like, I fucking ask spirit for help every fucking day, well, guess what? Time to ask twice a day. Or be a little bit more open, because it's not just about asking. It's about making sure that we are being adequately open, observant, receptive enough to be able to receive everything that spirit is throwing out to us. Okay? All right. Good luck. And if you want to go deeper into this, into your specific situation, you can always book a spirit session with me. The link for that is in my bio. All right. Let's move on to message number 2. Cordelia, go outside. And on the bottom here it says, you have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Wow, that's really rude to me, but okay. Anyway, let's see what they have to say. I'm just kidding, by the way, if you didn't know. But, alright. Okay, let's see here. What is the situation here in regards to life purpose that people are dealing with? Okay. Okay. There's an issue here with connecting the dots. Let's see if they can give more clarification and homework. What is the spirit homework for people having trouble connecting the dots? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see. Feeling a little impatient is what's going on. And that's okay. That's totally fine. That's totally human. So, kind of what I was feeling, kind of what I was seeing as I was looking at the card, and I'll hold it up for you so that you can see what I'm talking about. This is somebody that I feel is really working on their spirit communication, psychic communication skills. I feel like engaging in a lot of ritual, including, calling in help from spirit, doing all the things that they need to be doing in order to be in the right position to receive their blessings, to continue forward, to have opportunities open up for themselves within their career, within their life purpose. And they're like, I fucking did everything that I need to do. Why am I still in the sunken place? Or, whatever. It doesn't have to be that bad. But, I see people just being like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening here? And it's so funny. It's even funnier than my sarcastic remark that I made earlier. That we have the 4 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. Because to me, this is like somebody that is being really impatient about, blessings coming in, when it's like, they're coming. They're on their way. Like, I don't understand, like, how much faster this can travel to you. I mean, it's like, they're doing that. It kind of reminds me of this, I'll show it to you. This TikTok that I saw earlier. I think it was yesterday. This is related to it, I promise. I promise. Okay. It's this little girl that's getting chased by a wombat. She's getting chased by a wombat, but like the wombat like can't get to anyway. I can't fucking find it, but you just have to believe me, okay? It's a wombat chasing a little girl, but the wombat like can't catch up to her because the legs are too short. So anyway, they're in Australia. So if you want to look it up, it's like Australian little girl getting chased by a wombat. But anyway, that's kind of how it feels like with you, where it's like you're the little girl, you're running, your blessings are coming for you. They're trying their best, you know? I mean, like, there's something to be said about, you know, divine timing. And so maybe divine timing is at play here. But at the same time, I feel like this, whatever it is that you prayed for, whatever it is that you asked for, is coming for you. It's like, I don't know if like the job that you applied for, because it kind of feels like either like some, I don't know, it has to go through a lot of different review stages. That's kind of what it feels like. So it's like one thing gets set in motion and then it just like, it takes a long time to pick up momentum. It doesn't mean that it's not coming to you, but it's just like it's getting dragged through like gum or goo, and like not in a bad way, but just to like illustrate how slowly it's moving, like a little wombat with like short legs, you know, can't really go that fast, but I see that it's coming to you. Like, yeah, with this 8 of Wands, and I'm gonna pull another card here. Ace of Wands. I feel like you're for sure getting whatever it is that you've been waiting to hear back from. Yeah, so it's almost like just like have a little bit more patience with this 5 of Pentacles. I think like maybe it's just been hard for you to be patient because you've been burned in the past. Maybe this isn't the first opportunity that you've applied for. I don't know if it's a job or promotion or what, but anyway, like, yeah, so maybe you're starting to lose faith a little bit. But as I'm looking at, you know, the contrast between, oh my gosh, I just freaking realized this. Isn't this cool? Between the 4 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. This is somebody that is outside of this building, you know, and this is somebody that's inside of the building. So, I don't know. I mean, like, it kind of feels like a perception thing to me. Not to, like, victim blame or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying here. But with your specific situation, I do feel that you trusting and having faith that you are protected, that there are forces at play looking out for your best interest here, and doing your best to interrupt that scarcity, that fear that you have, that you won't be able to live out your life purpose. Working on that, I think, is one of your biggest spirit homeworks during this time, especially during the eclipse, when, you know, you might feel like you're doubting yourself. And, you know, even though I'm not a fucking astrologer, again, astrology malpractice again, but this is factual, so I'm not really committing malpractice. I'm just stating facts. We are in the pre-shadow period of Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde problems already maybe rising to the surface. And, you know, as Mercury does rule communication, especially like communication through technology, and if you are corresponding electronically with people, you may experience more delays, more things going haywire within that realm. So your patience will get you quite far. And maybe that's not what you wanted to hear, so I'm so sorry. But I'm telling it like it is. But let's see. I'm actually gonna pull another oracle card for you, because I do want you to be fortified in your faith, if possible, if that is something that they can help you with. So let's see, another card for these people going through this situation in message number 2. Yes. Oh man. Okay, so you have here, I pulled 2 for you. Okay, so you have White Tara, Sensitivity, and Rhiannon, Sorceress. Okay, you have these 2 cards here, these 2 goddesses coming through, but the message is for you. And so under White Tara, it says, you are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. And with Rhiannon, it says, you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So it's kind of like these 2 sides of you right now. This like more a spiritual side of you, and this like material side of you. Not saying that Rhiannon rules the spiritual and White Tara rules the material. That's not what I'm saying right now. I'm saying that like with these 2 cards, what's coming up for me is like this battle between your human side and your spiritual side. Your human side, your spirit side, your realist side, and your optimist side. But you know, when it comes to life purpose stuff, if you're actively pursuing it for your greatest good, for the greatest good of the people that you want to serve, for the people that you want to help with your abilities, I kind of just feel like, and this is like my opinion, this is my opinion, this is not this is my opinion, so you don't have to take it or leave it. You don't have to take any of this stuff that I'm talking about right now. Take it or fucking leave it. But what I have observed in my experience, in my personal life, as well as in the lives of my clients, my students, people that I help. Hey, Lance. Your life purpose, it's not really, it's harder to fuck up your life purpose than you think. Okay? And when I say life purpose, I don't mean to say that we all only have one life purpose. Maybe, I'm sure we have multiple, or, you know, like maybe there's like a main 1, main 2, main 3 with like little sub branches of life purposes. Okay. But I'm just going to say life purpose in the singular, just so that I can continue speaking how I'm speaking. But please know that I don't think that we're here only to like accomplish one thing only, you know what I mean? But anyway, I just feel like it's something I feel, and I have observed that this is not really something that we can avoid. Like, for example, me doing all this stuff, I would very much rather, well, my life would be a lot simpler if I just entered into the nonprofit industrial complex, continued to do immigration work. You know, I wouldn't have to like do all this like small business shit, figure out how to stream videos on YouTube, work OBS, you know, like talk to people online in this way. I wouldn't have to do any of that. I could just be a regular ass lawyer. But this is inevitable for me, and I didn't know this 10 years ago, 8 years ago. You know what I mean? So just like, yeah, I would invite you to have faith that if this truly is, if this like job, career, promotion, whatever it is that you've applied for, you've like put your hat in the ring for, is for you, it's not going to pass you by, because you asked to be able to follow your life purpose. So, and you feel like it's aligned with your life purpose. So I feel like it's really coming to you. Yes, see, Nori is affirming. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so that's all I have for you here in this collective reading. But like I said, with the previous message. If you want to go more in depth into your situation specifically, you can always book a reading with me. I call them spirit sessions, and the link to do that is in my bio. Okay. Oh, also, I forgot to say this. I think I do have some actual pick a card readings on career or life purpose. And if I don't, I'll put it in the description and just say sorry. But if I do, I will link to it in the description after the live stream's done. All right. Okay. So, hey Carlos, I see your question, but unfortunately I am not answering personal questions in this live stream. I'm just channeling whatever Spirit wants me to channel, and this week, or today's Spirit homework, I am focusing on career and life purpose stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to answer one of your questions within one of the messages that I channel. All right. Okay, so message number 3, we have Aphrodite, inner goddess here. And it says on the bottom, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. What could this be about? Let's see. Aphrodite, inner goddess, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Okay, I kind of have an idea. Okay, there's something about you that I feel like you're starting to accept more, that has felt scary for or unsafe for you in the past, or maybe even currently. It could be certain abilities that you have, or an area of work that you're feeling drawn to, or I don't know, it could be your sexuality, it could be witchcraft. I'm thinking of things that are traditionally within like patriarchal white supremacist capitalist society that are kind of like frowned upon. That's kind of what it feels like to me with Aphrodite. I mean, usually when we talk about these topics, the topics that I'm listing, people tend to think about, like, in terms of like the pantheon of gods and goddesses, they tend to think of Hecate instead, but I don't know. That's kind of what's just coming up for me. So let me see. I'm going to ask for more clarification here and see if they can give us more detail and also tell us about the homework for the people dealing with this situation. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so I pulled 4 cards, and I'll show you what they are. I think I forgot to do that on the last one, so my bad. But anyway, we have the 4, Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, so 2 9s, which is, could be significant. We'll see. But okay, so this is kind of what it feels like. Whatever this, like, taboo, previously, like, shameful ability or, like, area of your life or calling that you feel drawn towards that is connected to your life purpose, whatever it is, I feel like you kind of, like, had a foray into it or allowed yourself to explore it or express there or show up there, whatever that thing might be. And I feel like things kind of were, like, confirmed for you. Things were kind of confirmed to you in a good way, in an abundant way, in a nourishing way, in a way that, like, helped you feel seen. I don't know. And okay, So what I'm talking about, it doesn't actually have to be shameful within our society. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but there's some kind of shame there. Maybe not society, maybe it's your family, maybe it's you, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's your sister, there's like something telling you that this should not be as big of a part of you or a part of you at all. But at the same time, so I think the reason why you're here, the reason why you're receiving this message is because it's like, on one hand, people are telling me it's wrong. People could be including you. But on the other hand, my experiences, like me opening up to this, feels so right. It feels resonant. It feels exactly like what I need to be doing in order to continue on this journey, to continue to evolve towards my life purpose. And so something that is coming up here within this group, this message specifically, is that whatever you might be experiencing or whatever this is related to, I think that there's like a thread of guilt or shame around it within your family or the people that raised you, or like the people around you, your culture, your community. There's like something there that like needs to be healed. So it's anyway, I have a very strong feeling that you're not the first generation to be dealing with this issue. And it might not be in the exact iteration of like how it's manifesting or how it's coming out in your life for you. You know what I mean? So yeah, that just wanted to pop out too. And then also with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like it is related to home as well. Home, family, upbringing, lineage, ancestry, that kind of a realm. That's what it feels like. Okay. And so with the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Cups, it kind of covers what we're talking about already, where it's like, you want to feel safe. You want to feel safe, but it's like scary. It's hard to feel safe when you're putting yourself out there this way. Oh, okay. Let's see. What is the homework for these people? Oh my gosh. The Queen of Wands. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just get into it because everything's popping out everywhere. Okay. So the Queen of Wands popped out, but I put her back in. And then like these three cards came out. We have the World, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Okay. All right. World, Three of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Okay. So you're gonna number one, this is just the beginning. I feel like this could be, you may be on the precipice of what feels like a spiritual reactivation, spiritual reawakening. Even though whatever the thing that there's shame around may not be something explicitly spiritual or like a psychic gift or something like that, even if it's not that, it's still part of this like spiritual reawakening that's kind of happening here. And it's almost like kind of with message number one, I think that's what I talked about. Whenever I do these, I kind of forget what I was talking about. But anyway, it feels like it is the end of a chapter. It's the end of an old chapter and the beginning of a new one where you're coming into it with more skills, more abilities, more capacity than you had in the previous chapter. So that's what this World card is about. They kind of want... Okay, so just so you know, this is not going to be the last time that you will be invited to or feel called to or have the opportunity to express whatever this part of you is, these abilities, this interest, this calling. With the Four of Cups, I don't necessarily think that this is the... Okay, So that's them presenting the opportunity to you, right? And I kind of see that this is going to happen a lot of times. Okay. I see you also being on the fence about how to do this or whether or not you want to do this. And honestly, it's okay. To me, in my opinion, it's okay if you're not like, yes, I'm going to be all about exposure therapy with this thing that totally freaks me out. To me, that is totally okay because, you know, growing can be painful, it can be scary, it can be a little bit traumatic, and we have the Three of Swords here. So I really want you to take care of yourself as you cultivate safety around whatever this thing is. Your safety is our number one priority here. If you're not growing safely, you know, is it really growing? I'm not sure. I mean, maybe, but I just want you to be safe. You know, whatever this is, I want you to be safe. So if you, okay, one of the things that is coming up is emotional, not just spiritual support around this, but also like emotional support, physical, mental health support. So please make sure that you are, you know, seeking out therapy or utilizing whatever mental health or other health, you know, physical health, maybe if your physical health is implicated. You're just, as you're transitioning into this kind of like incorporating, embodying this part of you, working on like healing that shame around that so that you can like show up and like do what you need to do. Just make sure that you are being supported in the ways that you need to be supported. Maybe you don't know the ways that you need to be supported, but yeah, if you suspect that you may need therapy or some kind of mental health help, I would totally encourage you to seek that out. Because it's not just like the spiritual stuff, right? Like spiritual support is very important, but because we are humans, there's things about our bodies, the way that our minds work, that makes it really important for us to make sure that we're taking care of like every aspect of our health. Even when the subject is spiritual, there are also like physical symptoms, ailments, mental symptoms, emotional things that need to be taken care of and are really important for our well-being. So I feel like if you're watching this, you probably know that, but I felt like I really had to say that because like as I pulled the cards, all I saw was like, boom, therapy. So I don't know if it's physical therapy, mental health therapy. I kind of feel like it's almost like it kind of feels like a grieving process that you're going through, and not in a bad way. Not like it's just like with the previous pile. I forget which one it was, if it was number 1 or number 2, but this like transition that you're coming through with the world. You know, the world in this deck, the Rider-Waite-Smith, is number 21 in the major arcana. It's the end, the last one in the cycle. But after this, you know, goes right back into the Fool again. So, yeah, it is kind of like a mourning period. The Death card is not the only card about that depicts transformation within the tarot, at least the way that I see it. So yeah, anyway, wishing you all the support that you need, and good luck. This sounds really it sounds really tough, but at the same time it sounds like such an exciting thing to go through. So I really wish you well as you continue on this journey to heal this shame around whatever it is that is going to be helping propel you towards carrying out your life purpose. And just like with the previous groups, if you need help, further help, more dialed in specific messages around your current situation, you can always book a spirit session with me. The link for that is in the description. Okay. Last group here. This is message number 4. Eireen, peace. Eireen, peace. Okay, and on the bottom it says, there is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. That's amazing. And why do I feel like that's not what this message is going to be about? Well, let's see. Let's see here what's going on. Who is Eireen anyway? I'm like, why am I only thinking of me, myself, and Eireen? That's definitely not who they're talking about here. Okay, so this is from the book. I usually say don't read from the book, but I literally don't know who Eireen is, so I'm going to read from the book. Okay, it says, Eireen is a Greek goddess. A Greek goddess whose sisters include the goddesses of lawfulness and justice. Eireen brings peacefulness to all who call upon her. The Romans refer to her as Pax, which means peace. Eireen helps us replace worry with faith. She also, whenever I'm channeling, I can't read. I don't know why, but I promise I know how to read. I've always read above my grade level. So anyway, okay. I promise I do know how to read. I don't know why I said that. Now I feel like maybe you don't believe that I can read, but anyway, I'm going to try to finish this. It says, Eireen helps us replace worry with faith. She also reminds us to retain our childlike awe and enthusiasm in life. Okay? And this message from Eireen says, even though appearances may seem chaotic, I assure you that a higher plan is in action. This all-loving power is carrying and supporting you completely. Relax into the arms of divine love and breathe away all cares, concerns, and worries. Put your focus into enjoying and appreciating each blessing. Your gratitude helps you attract even more blessings in your life. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about Eireen and her message here, I'm going to see if I can tune in to what the situation is about. And I'm going to pull more cards too. Okay. What's the situation here? Okay. Oh, hello again. What? It's literally the same cards from last time. Yeah. Okay, so I pulled a card, then I put it back, and then I'm like, I need to look at it. Okay, so we have here the Four of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. So let me see what's going on here. Okay. I know what this is. I feel like this is people that are kind of, what's happening is, I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish when it comes to life, purpose, or career, you got it. And you're also getting recognition that you deserve here from colleagues or clients, people around you. I don't know. You're getting the recognition that you deserve, but you kind of feel like you don't deserve it. So it's like an impostor syndrome kind of a thing where, yes, everything is working out. Everything is working out beautifully. You do feel like you are blessed when it comes to, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, but at the same time, you don't feel at ease. You don't feel like you deserve it. You feel like you're just waiting for something to go wrong. And, that really sucks. Yes, with this Nine of Wands, it's like you're still, and even with the Nine of Cups, what it kind of feels like is like there's like a little bit of a worry about like, when is everything just gonna go back to how it used to be? Is this kind of just like a fluke? Is this even gonna be sustainable, or is this success just like for now, and then like once this time is over, I'm just gonna go back to normal? You know what I mean? You're not really feeling this. I was going to say, you're not really feeling like you've stepped into a new portal. Then I look at the Ace of Pentacles, and there's a portal right there. It's up to you. I mean, it's really up to you whether or not you want to step into the portal and whether or not you want to make this permanent. It's really interesting how how insidious this mindset is for you. Like, it's almost like all these good things are happening to you, but something, you know, your upbringing or your past experiences kind of like have you wanting to commit to the belief that it's not permanent, it's not for you. But what if it was, you know? With the Ace of Pentacles, I kind of do feel like they're just waiting for you to step through. Like, Spirit's waiting for you to join them in the garden. I don't know. It's, I kind of want to look at something. Hold on. This book that I purchased, I haven't been able to get into it yet, but I kind of want to look at the Ace of Pentacles here. I think it would be really insightful for us. Okay. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Ace. I wanted to figure out what those flowers are. Well, anyway, I'm going to look it up later after we get off of this stream, because it's not very compelling to just watch me search through a book. So I'll make a note to get into that another time. But I don't know, I kind of feel like even just talking about flowers is like activating my allergies. But yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, I don't know, I kind of feel like this is like a mindset thing, and I'm not a mindset coach or anything like that, so maybe that's something that you want to seek out, or that is a person that you will want to seek out. There's like support that you may want to get to kind of like process through why it is that you're having such a hard time accepting this like peace and safety. And that could even be, something to seek out or to talk about with a therapist too. But I see so much abundance available to you, and I really hope that you are able to access it or to enjoy it, in a way where you don't feel guilty, you don't feel bad, you don't feel like you don't deserve it. Yeah, so I think that's what your homework is here, but let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, pull 2 cards for you. Now you see why I love this deck. Okay, so we have Mary Magdalene. Hello, Mary Magdalene, Unconditional Love. And we have Lakshmi, Bright Future. So, Lakshmi says, stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. Literally, how can things be bad when there's elephants doing synchronized swimming behind you? And we have Mary Magdalene, Unconditional Love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. And I think, what I'm getting from the okay, so Lakshmi is, very explicit, very literal. So we understand the message there. And I really love how it's just a different way, just a different formulation of what the message is in the Eireen card. Stop worrying. There's no need to worry. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's working out beautifully. It's literally the same thing with different words. And then with Mary Magdalene and the Unconditional Love card, what I'm kind of feeling is this is something that you've dealt with before. You have this problem. You have impostor syndrome. You have a hard time feeling safe when you've achieved abundance or your goals, whatever it might be within your life purpose and your career. These blessings make you uncomfortable. And, you may not be where you want to be in terms of your mindset, your attitude, your gratitude. But I have so much compassion for you as I'm tuning into the energy. I have so much compassion for where you're at. You're just doing your best, you know? You're trying to break cycles. You're trying to rewire your brain. You're trying to like undo all this harmful messaging that you've absorbed from your upbringing, from people around you. And that's really fucking hard. And it's not like you only learned those things yesterday. You know, it's taken years and years to soak into your brain, to affect the way that you navigate the world. And so it's going to take some time, and it's going to take some energy to undo that, to heal that, to rewrite it. And so I don't know. I hope that you can have that a little bit of compassion for yourself in the situation that you're in right now too. Yeah. Because the last thing I will want you to do, and this is me as just like a person that feels for you, so I'm not getting anything out of this by telling you this, but you know, it's gonna make it harder for you to enjoy what you've accomplished, what you have, if you're like beating yourself up for it too. On top of it, it's like you're having a hard time appreciating it, and then you're gonna beat yourself up for having a hard time appreciating it. Like, let's just like not go there. That's not helpful. So I don't know. I just know that, like, you know, whether or not you're Catholic, you believe in Mary Magdalene or not. I'm not sure if they talk about her in other Christian religions, because I was raised Catholic. I'm sure they do. But anyway, even if you are not of any of the faiths involving Mary Magdalene, like, I really do feel that there are people who love you here on earth, and there are people on your team in spirit, there are spirits on your team in spirit that are really rooting for you to I don't know, give yourself a little bit more love, show yourself a little bit more love, and yeah, hopefully not be so hard on yourself. Yeah. I almost cried when I was talking earlier, just like tuning into your energy and like thinking about you and how hard you are on yourself. Like, you deserve a break. Yeah. But anyway. Okay, so that is I feel like an adequate amount of spirit homework for the people going through stuff in message number 4. So I really hope that was helpful, and just like I said, for all the other groups, all the other the things happening in the other messages, if you want to go more in depth to your situation specifically, you can always book a one-on-one spirit session with me. The link to do that is in the description of this video. And yeah, that concludes today's spirit homework on life, purpose, and career stuff. If any of these messages resonated with you, if you got some kind of entertainment out of this, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me know whether or not like what I'm doing is actually helping people. If you want to, leave a comment about which message resonated with you, or maybe you can come back to this later on and be like, OMG, you told me to do this spirit homework and this is what happened, you know, good or bad. I welcome all feedback. All of it is really helpful to me, to know how I can improve these streams, and also to like improve my offerings and grow this channel in a way that helps you. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have. Wishing you ease and no drama, and I don't know, bags of money falling from the sky, but not on top of you, maybe like on the side, and like it's like you can keep it, and I don't know, somebody buys you lunch and your boss tells you that you don't have to go to work and you get paid for it. I don't know. I'm just wishing you like all the best luck, because I know that eclipse season can be, like I said at the beginning, a little bit spicy. So, all right. I am going to sign off, and then I'm going to look at the video and see which messages resonate with me. All right. Take care, and I'll see you all in about 2 weeks for our